Welcome to Coming In Hot. Thank you live from Airplay Beats for the intro music. We are recording live from Darling New Media Studios in Midtown Sac. So we got a couple special guests here today. We got Gerine Williams. We have Jess Milbourn from DMC Ice Cream in West Sac and their new spot on K. Thank you guys for being here today.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Gerine, we first met years ago. I believe it was a concert in the park where we met first?
I don't know. I think, well, my husband told me, hey, there's a guy in Sacramento that's on the Food Network. And I was like, what? And so I checked it out and I was like, what? Pork belly? What? And so I kind of started not stalking you, but actually looking for you to get some of that goodness. And I had
the smoked pork belly days. Oh my goodness. What a labor of love that was. Yeah, so me and Gerine, we go back, man, maybe like 6-7 years when I still had Cecil's Taste food truck, and you know, just seeing your growth in especially like Oak Park community, but also surrounding areas. You know, just a beacon of light and, you know, doing work in the community. So really wanted to shout you out on all the hard work that you do out there, Gerine. And Jess, we just kind of know each other from standing in lines on Richards Boulevard, you know, the cash and carries of the world, and Restaurant Depot, you know, just, there's Jess. Yeah. So,
I had your food a bunch of times before I actually met you.
What's that?
I had your food a bunch of times before I actually met you.
Oh, okay. All right. Which food truck? Were you at Cecil's Taste or with the Nash and Proper?
Nash and Proper before you guys got the new spot open yourself. So yeah, okay. I'm always with food.
Yeah.
Never said hi.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know Gavin, right? What's that?
I say hi to somebody. I'm never afraid to say hi to somebody, that's for sure.
That's awesome. So let's just get right into it. So I want to know, you know, how Devil May Care ice cream came about, and just the kind of background on you, Jess. You know, like just a real quick intro of, you know, how you got to, you know, making your own ice cream, and Devil May Care. You know, like this the instant classic. I believe we both started. I think I was still messing around with the recipe on for Nash and Proper when you guys opened up, but we've been kind of, you know, had parallel, you know, experiences, especially, you know, opening on K and during the pandemic. So we got a lot in common over here. So Jess, what's your story? You know, were you in the culinary industry before you started, you know, Devil May Care? This what's your story from the beginning?
So just a big culinary background and been doing the own thing. We opened a restaurant in West Sac called The Eatery. Didn't do so well, kind of going through a little process. So what do I want to do next phase, you know? And ice cream popped in the head one day, and I just started researching that. This was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
Just a trial balloon, wanted to see if I could make ice cream, sell ice cream, see if people liked it, and have fun with it. That was the goal. We found a little spot in West Sac. You know, had a couple people that, you know, mostly hired just a bunch of friends, like same thing we do now, and just people that love making ice cream, or just, I don't know, it's a weird thing. Like, it's more of a cultural thing. Like, we like giving people ice cream is the thing. We like to make ice cream that we want to eat and that we want to share with people. Yeah. And it just became a thing, and we had fun doing it. The right opportunities presented themselves to get open here on K Street, and it was kind of the next logical step to say, all right, we want to open the ice cream shop that represents us how we want to be represented. And then in the process of all of that, we met Gerine, just a regular in the shop that we came to know over the years and worked with, like you said, working on Park, the great things she's doing out there. We were lucky enough to meet her and develop a great relationship. And when the opportunity came up, here you go. And now we're just moving on in a new direction and got the same group of friends doing the thing, you know?
That's good, man. And just to back up a little bit, like I always tell people, always ask me, like, how do you come up with recipes? And I'm always like, I need to like it first before I give it to anybody else. So, you know, like when you're just talking about, you know, how you come up with your, you know, like your different flavors. And, you know, I had the cherry miso the other day, and good Lord, man. And I can't even be eating ice cream like that. And I paid later for it, you know, but but it was delicious. So
That's all. We got a great ice cream maker who does all the great stuff and puts the flavors together, and lucky to have all the good people. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, no, and that's great to have, you know, have staff
kind of
that.
hit it. We want to share things that we flavors and things that we love and that make us happy, and we want to be able to share that with our customers. I mean, that's what it is. We want you to come into the shop and have a good time and leave, you know, better than you came in. That's the goal.
Yeah. So Gerine, what's your background? We've never really talked about your background. Do you have a culinary background at all? You know, I know you're at the farmers markets, but you know, what's your background in you know, the culinary world?
So I do have a culinary background. I worked in a couple of restaurants. Actually, I got my start. I always loved food. I grew up cooking since I could reach the counter, right? With my grandmother and my father, and food was just an important part of our family. So I wanted to get into the culinary world, wasn't sure exactly what to do. And I'm like, culinary school, like, how does this work? What's going on? And I found out about a great program called Place Cafe.
Okay.
It's a program specifically for women who are homeless and are trying to escape homeless. They give them training in the culinary and hospitality world. And so I just kind of went to them and said, hey, I want to do this cooking thing, but I don't want to like start at McDonald's or Applebee's or something like that. Like, I want to learn. And you guys got some cool chefs that are in here. Can I volunteer my time in exchange for experience? And so luckily they trusted me and they went out of their normal realm and let me come in and help. And I volunteered there for about 7 months, and that's where I met Patrick Mulvaney, Jason Acevedo, Scott Oster. I just met like a lot of great chefs that we have here in the Sacramento food world. And Patrick, luckily enough, invited me to come on over at Mulvaney's and learn. And I stayed working with him for a good while and got a lot of experience. I did step out of the world for a little while just because of family things and my kids. I was like, you know, it was taking a lot of time. You know how it could be just not burdensome, but it's a lot. It's a lot. And having little kids, and I was like, hold on, let me step back a little bit.
Yeah.
But my heart was always in food. So I did some other kind of things. And the farmer's market, I always loved the farmer's market. I shopped at the farmer's market, and I just noticed that they needed another hand. And it was like near my house. It was in a community I loved, farmers I loved. And I just said, hey, Joni, you think you need some help? Can you hire me, or can I come volunteer? And it just kind of blew up from there. And we expanded a lot of the programs there, working on food access. I did a community garden at my son's school and doing some more food access work. It's always been about, like I said, just sharing my love of food with the people and making sure that people are educated and get access. That's what I'm all about. And when I heard that Jess was expanding and looking for somebody to help manage, I was like, hey, I mean, I can have a lot of fun here. We can have some fun together and do some cool stuff. And so luckily enough, we were able to make it work out.
No, that's amazing. And, you know, I just wanted to ask you because, you know, you're from Oak Park.
Actually, I'm from South Sac. I grew up in Meadowview.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got people out there. So let's go all the way back. Who's teaching you? So you're at the counter now. You're starting to cook. Who are you cooking with, Gerine? Like, is it your mom, your grandma, your pops? Like, who's teaching you these?
I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with my grandmother.
Okay.
I was lucky enough to have my grandmother live in the home with us when we were young. Both my parents worked. My dad worked 2 jobs. I'm the oldest of 5 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to figure it out real quick.
Okay. Yeah. No, I hear you.
A lot of time helping prepare dinner, do lunches, making a lot of desserts. We like desserts in our family.
Mm-hmm. What are those desserts? What kind of desserts we making?
Oh, my grandma loves 7-Up cake, lemon cake.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, lots of cobblers.
Yep.
Yeah, German chocolate cake. Yep.
All you got that coconut cake, about 7 layers.
Yes. Yeah. Last summer, I started a little side business doing baked goods because people were asking. I was making some stuff and I did a little fundraiser, and people were like, "Hey, can you make some more of those cookies, or can you make some more cinnamon rolls?" And I was like, "Sure." And then all of a sudden, like, if people want to keep buying food from me, and it brings me joy to make it.
People just want to give me their money. That's great.
Really, I do. Like that's like meditation. It's just I get happiness from it, and even if it is, I don't have to eat it. I'm still getting joy from it because I know that it's going to somebody who's going to enjoy it and appreciate it. So I love that, doing that stuff, and so I get to do that at work. I mean, that's better, right? You want to be happy with the place that you're spending a good chunk of your time at, right?
Yeah, that's. Hey, Jess. So, Jess. So let's go back. Like, how did you get started in cooking? I know you had the restaurant that didn't work out so well, but how did you get to that point? Did you go to culinary school, or you just like got into the kitchen, never looked back? Like, what was your journey to, getting into the kitchen?
So all the way back, like when everyone in my family just cooked. Like, it wasn't like professionally or anything, but everyone was in the kitchen, and like, you go to grandma's house, and I had 8 cousins, like all the siblings, everyone was there, like 20, 30 people, and everyone was just cooking something, and then we'd have dinner.
Yeah.
So like, you just see that happening, and then, hey, can you help do this? And then you just chip in, and then then you just become a part of that. And so, like, I've always cooked. My first job was washing dishes in a restaurant. Then I worked at a catering company. And so, like, all the way through high school, and I just was like living my life and working in a kitchen throughout like high school and college. I could always, no matter where I went, I could always find a job in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just exactly. Hey, let me do 2 days a week line cook. I know you need a weird position filled because kitchens do sometimes. And I'd get a job, like, I had one job that was like a Tuesday afternoon. It was like noon to 4, just prep. And then like a Tuesday, Thursday, noon to 4 prep. And that was my job. So you could just find new jobs when you're like 19 or whatever. And then worked all the way through kitchens that way, got through college, got a degree, just played football, took the right classes, and cooked. And got a degree out of that. Terrible grades, but got it. And then beyond that, it was kind of like, all right, how do I take this kind of dishwasher slash prep cook slash, just kitchen monkey job that in Sacramento. Went up to Eldorado Hills for a while, helped open some restaurants up there, and then did my own thing, and then settled in that what I really like to do is make ice cream. At 45, I went back to like opening a kitchen, a full restaurant kitchen at that time. It wasn't for me at that, and it's still demanding like a kitchen job, but it's a different way.
Yeah.
And it's more, I think, like I said, for me, everyone loves it. No matter what, we never get an ice cream complaint. You get like, they may not like it, they may not be their style of ice cream, but you give them the one that is, and then they're happy.
Yeah.
And so it's a different world. But anyway, I got on a tangent there, but yeah, I just kind of always cooked. And just kept doing it and figured out, in each moment I was like, all right, where where does the food journey take me? And I follow that path.
Yeah, that's for sure, because I always tell people when they're coming into the kitchen, I'm like, take a little bit from everybody that you're working with. Like if you're in the pantry, go over to the grill cook and pick his brain, or to the saute guy, and when they go on their smoke break, be like, hey, I'll cover that, and that's how you move up in this world, because there's nobody. Yeah, I don't go into my kitchens, and you might be the same way, guys. I'm not like looking at them and be like, oh, that guy's been here 2 years. Maybe I should, give him a raise. But if you don't open your mouth up to me, like there's always going to be an issue there, because if you're not saying, hey, chef, I want to be, I want to be on the building station, or, I want to help expo, or I want to grill, you're just going to be passed by, so. I came up, like I got my start at Moxie Restaurant over in Midtown Sac. There was no hiding there, like it was go, go, go. And if you couldn't go, you'll get passed over for sure. Devil May Care. Where did this name come from, Jess?
I mean, so all kinds of angles with it. We just like, so it's just an old saying that became an old jazz song that's just about having a good time, and like I said, having a devil may care attitude. You're going to take risks, you're going to have fun, wherever that takes us, it's where we're going to end up. So mostly it's just about having fun and not caring about a bunch of your problems. And devil may care ice cream. You come and taste some ice cream, you leave with a happy smile on your face after you get like a cast when you break your arm, like things like that. So having fun and making ice cream, that's what it's about.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome. And we talked a little briefly in the beginning about your flavor combination. Who's coming up with these? Is it like a staff thing? Like somebody comes in and is like, hey, like I had cherry miso duck breast, let's make an ice cream out of it. Like what?
Everything.
Yeah.
So Josh is the guy that executes it, but all the ideas come from everywhere. I mean, we were just like, before we got on with you today and Gerine got in, we were just talking about dumb mistakes that I tried to force, and how do we make these new dumb mistakes and go into another round of ice cream making, like just weird flavor combination, and we never say no. So any customers can mention it to us. Obviously, as you approach like me and Gerine, we can tell Josh more directly.
Yes.
But it's, the customer off the street can't immediately get ice cream made next week, but we take their suggestions, we listen. And so it comes from everywhere.
We're constantly brainstorming flavors.
And it's anything like, the first thing we did, I don't even remember the first like weird flavor we made, but I know we made a bunch, like we made pulled pizza.
What pizza?
We tried to make, we made it.
Yeah.
But we made it, so the first one we made was chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's just kind of an odd combination, and for ice cream anyway. But it has a sweet component, you can work it into ice cream. And so we played around with how are we going to do this chicken and waffles ice cream. I don't even know, 2 years, just discussing it, not trying it, because it's odd. But the first time, and like I said, we discussed it for a long time, because you can't just throw a bad chicken and waffles ice cream out there. Like if you throw a bad chicken and waffles ice cream out there, people are never going to trust you again.
Nah, they ain't coming back after that bad chicken and waffles.
So we put it all together.
Yeah.
Executed it and did real well. And then we tried to do another one to match how good we did this one. And we did cold pizza, and it wasn't good.
It wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
No, but it wasn't good.
Chicken and waffles, maybe you don't want it, but when you taste it, you want it.
Yeah.
Cold pizza, bad.
So what was that flavor? What were you putting in the chicken and waffles ice cream?
So it is fried chicken ice cream with chunks of waffle and like a maple ribbon. What am I missing? I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that was it. I think so.
Yeah.
That's what I.
But the fried chicken ice cream was the base.
Yeah.
So
it was literally chicken ice cream.
Yeah.
So you need the chicken.
So you take the chickens. So what we did is we get chicken thighs.
Okay.
Well, we bought a bucket of fried chicken, and then we pull all the skin off
Okay.
of a whole chicken, and then we would take the chicken thigh meat and blend that into the ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
All the breast and stuff we just stacked on. But the chicken thigh meat and all
the flavor
and that would be the base of the ice cream. Then we strain it out. Oh, it's delicious.
It's really good.
And then the chunks of waffles.
I gotta check this out, guys. Because
Oh, you will. You will soon.
But yeah, we haven't done it for a while, but it's mostly for I don't know. We have the new space and we can do better things now consistently.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's been some really good flavors that came out that I think a lot of people would have been are afraid to try because
Mhm.
their brain doesn't work that way when it comes to food and flavor combinations.
Mhm.
So we're kind of holding back a little bit until we can start doing samples again. But there was a really good blue cheese ice cream that we did. The salted egg yolk. The salted egg yolk was so good. As soon as I tried that, I bought a bunch of pints and drove all through town delivering them to chefs. I'm over at Bench low calories. But like, you have to try this. It's so good. Because I know like the average, whoever might not like, I don't know what's salted egg? Like, is it salt? Like, I don't know what to do with that. But I instantly knew that flavor and I was like, you're going to appreciate this. You got to taste it. So I would often pick up ice cream from Devil May Care and go drop it off to this hardworking chefs getting prepped for their dinner service. Just because I'm like, this is going to make you happy.
Yeah. No. Hey, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to come down there a little bit more often. Like I said, that the cherry miso and just like the butter pecan, just toasting those pecans, like it's one of those simple things that you do, but you just know that you guys are really taking care of the food that you're putting out. So that's really greatly appreciated. And shout out to Josh back there with the flavor combinations. And is that the guy I met the other day, Gerine?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
You met Josh,
cool guy, really cool guy. And like I said in the beginning too, like you guys are just like us, opening up like deep in a pandemic. Not not in the beginning. We're nowhere near the end. But what makes you? What's the decision behind opening up in this pandemic? Is it like what the hell is crazy ass Nash and Proper doing down there, or was it just like let's just open the goddamn doors because we're paying rent still?
Yeah, I think we just got to get the doors open. Yep. Once we got the go ahead to make ice cream, we made it. As soon as it was ready, we opened the door. You just open the door and get the people in. Everything else will fall in place. I mean, we have a really good product. It makes people happy. Let's just go. It's not ideal to open up in winter. It's not ideal to open up during a pandemic. It's not ideal. We can't do samples. A lot of people are disappointed, but we can't give out samples. It's like, it's not the perfect situation, but
it's the situation.
it is the situation, and you just gotta go. It's like you can't hold on to that magic when you have it. You just gotta let it happen. And luckily enough, we have some really great customers, some regulars that followed us, and some new regulars that we've made in our short time here on K Street that they get it and they understand and they just want to see what we do next,
Yeah. And it looks like you expanded your menu also. So you guys never did the shakes before, or the floats, or any baked goods, or is that new, or is that something that?
We did floats early on, but it was
Okay.
such a small space in West Sac that like trying to do the floats you couldn't do it consistently. So it just wouldn't work. But here, like I said, we got the draft system. We've got Burley Root Beer on tap. We make our own soda with the cherry juice. Oh, delicious.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just and then we've got how many sodas do we have in bottles? 6, 8, 7. So you can get like craft sodas. You can get the fun old fashioned sodas with your floats.
Yeah, it was more of I think it's more of a space thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you ever were in the West Sac space, like just the space in general, it's a huge difference. And the kitchen space for sure, we have not a closet. So I mean, being a chef, you can't like that. That kitchen space you have and doing it, or it's really fine. There's only so much you can do with a certain amount of space.
We're 4 times bigger than we were before.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, yeah, it's a little teeny tiny closet postage stamp in West Sac. That it's funny. One of the chefs in Sacramento saw our ice cream machine, and he commented on how tiny it was, and he goes, "You guys I'll do it all out of that?" We're like, "That's so can't fit anything else in here." You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, but now we've got all the space. We got an oven. You know, we can make these. Just all the cool things that I never had before, that Josh never had before, that anyone did. You know, it's just fun to put it together.
And you guys are making all the baked goods in house?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We got some. We're starting fairly slow. We got a couple of regular things. There's a couple of things that we've thrown together as specials that may or may not become regulars. We're just kind of playing with it right now to see, you know, what people want and what's going to sound good. We've thrown out some cinnamon rolls that have been greatly accepted, especially the cookies and cream rolls. People really like those. We're start playing with some hand pies. You know, we're just trying to think of things that, I mean, if I was having a scoop of ice cream, you know, what's going to go good with that, or something that people can eat on the go. So you never know when you're going to catch me in the kitchen playing with something, because I got a lot of ideas. Lots of notes, a lot of, you know, just trying to, you know, make that magic.
Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. What we can just go real quick. I want to know some of the craziest ice creams that you guys came up with. Just like a couple that, you know, really worked. And, you know, I know you talked about the pizza one earlier, but just a couple that you're just like, what the fuck did I just make? Yeah. So just a couple that you're like, this is, you know, like the chicken and waffles, you know, like what's a couple more, and just a couple that you're like, nah, this ain't it.
So I mentioned it earlier, because like I said, the 2 big ones were the chicken and waffles and cold pizza. We always make those up.
Yeah.
But I wanted, for the longest time, and we were joking about this earlier, but I wanted to do a spicy ice cream. So I want to do an ice cream that, well, in my mind, I just wanted to do a spicy ice cream and see what happened. But the first one I did was like, it was so spicy. It was a chipotle fudge, and you couldn't eat it. It was too hot. Like, I mean, maybe you could, because you got the hot chicken. Then I don't know. Well, I don't know what level.
I don't eat that hot shit, man.
This was like, it was ice cream that when you eat like 2 bites, your eyes are watering. I was like, this is not, you can't do this. It's not, like, you know, I like Chipotle, I like ice cream. They should have been together. So I tried it again, and I cut back the heat, and it just still wasn't good. I mean, you know, it was, like I said, I like Chipotle, I like ice cream. You put them together, and if I had it, I'm not going to say it's terrible, but I don't really want that. And no one did. So I just kind of did it just to do it. And so it turned out, like I said, it just wasn't good. It wasn't a good concept, but that was one. So Chipotle fudge, rest in peace, Chipotle fudge. You entertained us for a while. What else? There was, I don't know. So it's hard because you, like with ice cream, there's so many, just like, you can just lean into the classics too. Because like everyone likes chocolate chip, right? You know, it's no one's going to be like, I just can't stand chocolate chip. You don't like it? Like you can't eat chocolate chip?
I mean, I won't.
Like if I say,
if I had to eat it, I'd eat it, but I wouldn't eat it. I don't like chocolate chips in my ice cream. So when people come in and ask for chocolate chip, and I just look at it.
What about the malt?
It's fine. Taste it.
Okay, you just don't like the crunchy chocolate. Oh.
Not for me.
Well, then I'll pass it. Then never mind. One person doesn't like chocolate chip.
I don't like candy.
But the cake and ice cream is delicious.
Cake and ice cream is delicious.
And it's so easy because it's like, and then you just put the cake and the ice cream together in a scoop, and it's so simple. Like you just make a good cake, you make the cream, you put it together, like that would taste good.
It's a little bit more complicated, but yeah.
But you gotta make a good cake.
Yeah, you gotta make a good cake. You gotta
start with the good cake. You can't be over there getting this dried out cake over here, throwing it in the ice cream.
No, dried cake.
But then that's. Or you go, I know I like pie and ice cream or whatever, like, but then again, cheese and crackers.
Okay.
Pie and ice cream too.
Yeah.
cheese and crackers. All right, I could dig that
It's more
one.
about like the mental block. Yeah, we have some fun new stuff. We have a miso sour cream with caramel that's coming.
Okay.
There's a sesame honey we just did that's coming. We did a German chocolate cake for the first time by request, and I am
I gotta try
very
that
excited
one.
about that. I think it's delicious. But yeah, we just kind of go. I mean, you did the everything bagel.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, everything bagel. Yeah.
I could dig that one. I could wrap my head around that one.
Yeah, right?
That's the one we're talking about bringing back. I think that's going to be the one that I think. That's the other thing in Westside. It was such a small place and it wasn't as busy as it needed to be. Plus, we did everything in December.
Yeah.
We decided to do a funky, weird flavor in the slowest time of the year. Like, all right, let's see if people like it. No one likes it. It's like, no one likes any ice cream in December.
Yeah.
Maybe definitely not everything bagel.
I think it would be really good.
Well,
we'll bring it back. We got to do it right.
Yeah, it was toasted ice cream is good. It was toasted bagel ice cream.
Yeah.
Bagel spice.
Yeah, we've done a lot of bread ice cream.
They're good.
It's tasty. Like the PB&J. It'll like
totally blow your mind. PB&J would be bomb.
Toast and like
toast ice cream is good.
We know what we're doing.
Definitely sounds like you guys know exactly what you're doing. All right, you guys ready for some games? I got a couple games for you guys.
Sure.
All right, this is gonna be, I don't know. You guys got so many ice creams on the brain, but we're gonna do top 5. All right. So we could go from 5 to 1. We'll start with you, Gerine. But we'll go back and forth. So I need your all right, top 5 ice cream flavors. So
I love it.
You guys, you guys mind and ice cream. I know you guys got 5 million of them, but we just gonna do the top 5. So Gerine, you start, and then we'll go to you, Jess. So what's number 5, Gerine?
Mint chip will be my number 5.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
So for me, and this is just because this is the first ice cream we made at the old shop and here, so it's sentimental, but it's a good ice cream. It's lavender honey bee palm.
Yeah.
Okay.
People love that one. I think for my second, it will be the sea salt, which I love. And I don't even know why I got it number 4, but it's just a classic. It's clean. It's sweet cream. Everybody loves sweet cream ice cream, but people who know that little bit of salt to that sugar just jumps it up. So I'm gonna go sea salt.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna do a curveball here, and it is Ben and Jerry's Caramel Sutra.
Oh, okay. I've had that one before.
Pour down the middle,
and
I think it has. It's the one I'm always getting. It's got the. Is it chocolate covered caramel? So the state I'm in when I get this particular pint, I don't remember exactly if it's chocolate covered caramel or just caramel bits. I know that if I go to the 7-Eleven at 2 in the morning, I can find the Ben and Jerry's and be like, Caramel Sutra. It's delicious. It's got that caramel thing down the middle. That's something we should do here. That'd be fun.
Anyway, we talked a little bit about the course.
Caramel Sutra.
Caramel Sutra. All right. Number 3, Gerine.
Double mudslide that you almost never see, but that one's tasty. And that kind of throws into my number 3, which would be our Irish cream. So good, so tasty. I know we did it for St. Patty's, but I think it's gonna need to go in the rotation.
All right.
Flavors. If you like coffee cream, but you don't want like coffee ice cream, plus it's got brownies in it, so
and whiskey.
Whiskey and brownies. That's all you need. Good.
All right, so we're number 3.
Number 3.
Cardamom creamsicle.
All right.
It's the orange ice cream and it was lighter because it was made with like orange juice, so it was almost like a sherbet kind of. And then with the cardamom spice in there, it just made that just a little extra. It was real nice.
Oh man. Ooh.
So we're at number 2. Ooh, it's hard now. So for number 2, it has to be the miso cherry. I love miso cherry. It's
I
one
do
bust
too.
out. I gotta get a bunch. Yeah, I just love cherry pie, cherry, black forest cake, like that tart and the salt. It's just delicious. And it's so versatile. Anything, it's good.
Miso ice cream.
Yeah, just miso in general, I love, but that miso cherry is nice.
Yeah, it jumped up my list like pretty far.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
man, that was delicious.
like, no. You don't know what I did to I needed that done. Like I'm like, here is a new stovetop. Make that.
Literally make that one happen.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm pretty stubborn. I'm like, let's do the thing. What do I need to do to make this happen?
And it got let's see, number 2.
Yes.
Number 2.
So hella chocolate, and that's the one we do here. That is, so we do our standard chocolate, and then hella chocolate is 3 layers of 3 different chocolates, and each one has a chocolate garnish. They change up, but it's got like 3 types of chocolate with chocolate truffles and chocolate fudge ribbon, and I forget what else he's done. He's done brownies in it one time.
See, this
But
is where
it's
I'm gonna be.
hella chocolate, over the top chocolate.
Hella chocolate. I love that name.
That we created for Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And this would be like an incarnation
The box of
box of chocolate. Is that number 3 for you?
That's for me.
There you go.
It was dark chocolate ice cream, my fudge brownies,
Yes.
fudge ripple, fudge ganache, like this melt away chocolate that he made.
Yep.
So it was like that chocolate, but it melted in your mouth. It wasn't like you had to chew through it.
Mm-hmm.
That was so good. It was like not sweet. It was chocolate.
Yep.
I hate when chocolate is sweet. Like I don't want sweet. I want to taste it. This
Yeah.
is like chocolate.
Oh yeah.
People loved it. That one definitely will come back.
There you go. Now you go. So wait, that was your number 2?
I think that was my number 1.
That was your number 1?
That's number 1. Yeah, we had number 1, Jess.
That's the same, almost the same, because that's your version is the better version of what I was saying.
Exactly.
Better ice cream now.
Yeah.
Because we do better ice cream now because we can make our own
I was
stuff.
just like,
we can control our own
I'm
stuff.
gonna make some
It was
veggie
It
brownies
was awesome.
because people kept saying, "Hey, when are we
I
gonna
love
do your
chocolate.
brownies?" And then we're like, Valentine's Day came up, so I said, "Let's do this."
Lots of chocolates.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that was your number 1. Cool.
Yes.
All right, so my number 1 is just
And I
vanilla.
did cherry whip. You missed that. The cherry whip.
The
with
cherry whip.
Chocolate,
The cherry whip
so
is my
good.
number 1. No.
Mm,
We got for me, vanilla is number 1. I just love vanilla ice cream. It's
Okay.
boring, but it's like the
Ice cream is really
and
good.
it's like it's made with like flour, like it's beautiful, romantic, and perfect. Vanilla ice cream is the best. It showcases the cream. I can go on and on. I love vanilla ice cream so much. It's great. What was the guy's name? Albion, our inventor of Albius,
Yeah.
the man who invented how to.
We're gonna do a
pollinate vanilla
whole
orchids.
thing about that. We're gonna do a whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
so I love vanilla ice cream. It's the best. But I can go on.
Just
There's a
plain
whole
vanilla.
lot in our culture. It's like we gotta tell these stories. It's
Yeah.
important.
No, man. Just vanilla, Jess, and then we got hella chocolate topping out the
But
list.
you have to, the cherry whip was
Vanilla
really
cherry
good.
whip.
That sounds good.
Vanilla cherry whip. All right.
Whipped creams, and they're out of this world. They're so good.
Okay, I got you. All right, so I got a question for you guys, and I'm trying to come up with some sort of soul food kind of. No chicken and waffles. We already established that. So what's a flavor of ice cream that you could do with soul food? Like what?
Well, so
For me, anyway, it's gonna be peach cobbler every time. Peach cobbler.
Okay. You taking the easy way out, okay?
No. I'm just saying that's like classic. That's automatic like go to like peach
Yeah.
cobbler. Like every holiday we have peach cobbler. Every auntie does it different, but it's
Yeah.
always good.
we're gonna do a peach cobbler ice cream.
We are definitely doing a peach cobbler ice cream. I'm just waiting for peaches to come in season.
There we go. I love it. That's awesome. I mean, you know what? That's like
We've already had conversations. I've already talked
That's-
to Smillet and Twin Peaks. I need the
yeah.
peaches.
That's like my vanilla answer. Because my vanilla being number 1 is your peach cobbler soul food being number 1.
I'm just
like-
saying, but it's either that, it's either
With ice
peach
cream,
cobbler
right?
or a sweet potato pie.
With ice
but-
cream.
Okay.
Yep.
But the reason that I said peach cobbler first, because I think that's more like, that's like
That's the
iconic.
classic.
And people think about sweet potatoes more around Thanksgiving and whatnot in the fall. But peach cobbler, people want peach cobbler all the time.
Yeah.
All summer, every barbecue. I'm just saying.
I would love peach cobbler now. I like, you know what I like is I'll even can peach cobbler.
I will.
With the store-bought biscuit mix on top, it's delicious.
No.
Cobblers are wonderful.
Okay, you got me until then. I'm like, no, we don't do that.
You doing the pie though, right, Gerine?
Yeah.
That means that you're around the kind of people that would never put that on there.
No.
Yeah.
Do it or don't do it. Don't give me canned greens. Make them. You're right.
Okay, but canned peaches are okay with homemade topping.
Yes.
Because it's wintertime.
Sometimes you need that. Sometimes I'll mix it together.
Yeah, but in the wintertime, you would do in the wintertime.
Oh, we can do peach cobbler today.
Yeah, it would be delicious.
Just saying.
Would you guys? I got something for you guys to do, and I don't know why this popped in my mind, but a mac and cheese ice cream.
There it is. I like it. We should.
I don't know how it's gonna come together.
Yeah, I know. I get the cheese. I have to figure out the
macaroni
part.
Okay, so then
what do you want the macaroni part of it?
Where are you gonna put the macaroni?
The macaroni's going in there. It's going into the cream.
I make really good mac and cheese. Don't play with me. You saying you want macaroni in your ice cream?
In the ice cream, because I'm sure you're already making almost a custard when you're when you're making your cheese sauce. You don't have to put the flour in there.
A bite of macaroni and cheese within
I think you could put the macaroni and cheese in there.
Okay.
I think you could put the macaroni in there.
We could try it.
You know how they have those short macaronis? I don't know what they're called. I know they're the little ones that come in like the soup.
So they would freeze icy.
Yeah, that's something I have to figure it out.
You have to make them into a syrup or something because you have to cook the water out. We can make macaroni caramel. How good would macaroni caramel be? We can float the little macaronis in like a caramel sauce.
I could dig it.
And then make because the issue that we have
cheddar
is
and caramel go good
because
together.
that so it's like what's the one we had an issue with recently?
The pineapple upside down cake.
Yeah, so pineapple upside down cake. If you don't cook it the right way, you get the pineapple still has water in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it gets crunchy and icy.
We don't want
crunchy and icy because that damages the ice cream too and does the whole thing. So you don't want ice cream.
So we learned from that.
Yeah.
People loved it.
It still tastes good.
It's really good, but I know how I want to do it differently next time to make sure that we avoid that.
So mac and cheese ice cream.
So
and this is how we're gonna learn how to.
we're gonna think on this one.
You get these weird little food techniques that you can learn. Like, all right, we can't have icy in the ice cream, so how do we make macaroni not icy? We could do that. How do we make that? We can do that. Mac and cheese ice cream. Can we call it Cecil's mac and cheese?
Hey, you can.
Before it gets out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
It's gonna be in my head all day until I figure it out.
Hey, no, I don't know why it popped in my head. But I think it could go. I think it's a go.
That's how they keep going for.
Hey guys, all right. So we're at the end point here. So this is where you guys are gonna come in hot. So this is anything that's on your mind. It could be, it could be lighthearted to political, like what's going on with the politics. It could be about the K. It could be about anything that you guys want. So Gerine, Jess, come in hot.
All right. First.
Honestly, I think Sacramento needs to get it together and start supporting more of our minority-owned restaurants and food trucks and people trying to do something different. You can only have I love your sandwich. But there are so many hot chicken places opening in Sacramento. Everybody needs to stop trying to bite off of you and get on the bandwagon. And if you want a hot chicken set, go see Cecil. Bring me something else. Where we just need more. Where's our Brazilian food? More Caribbean food, more Korean food, like more. I want to see it. I mean, we do have our little pockets, but we are nowhere near. And a lot of the immigrant restaurants that we do have here in the city do not get the love and support that they should receive. There's some beautiful food out there that people told me to look at because they don't have that marketing money. They're not in the desired neighborhood. Like we need to get over that. If we really want to be the big world-class food city that we supposedly want to be, we got to support these people and help them grow.
Well, man, you hit the nail on the head right there. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. Beautifully said.
No, that's nail on the head right there, Gerine. I don't even have like anything to add to that.
I'm pushing my own little way and my own little avenues. Just see, there's people that do beautiful things and they just don't have that support. Let's go.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, Jess, coming hot.
There's so many of these, so many things we can do. I'm gonna let's see. All right, so I'm gonna do it from a non-political but government-related bent.
Okay.
So here's the right now, there is not a single governmental body in these entire United States from the bottom to the top that are doing enough to support us during this pandemic. And every level, not a single elected official is making the right decisions on how to spend our money on us to help us through this time. It needs to be done. It needs to be done now in a major, massive way at every level to everybody, businesses, people across the board. It needs to be financial because that'll solve the problems. So vote these people out that aren't helping you. That's all I got.
For real.
They got to do their job. And it's up to us to kick them out.
Yes.
On a lower level, the president, hey, do your thing. But lower level, we know these people. Get people that are going to do the job for you, including in the pandemic, but also when things start getting back to normal.
Yeah, don't get lazy when this is done.
There it is.
No, I definitely hear you. I'm with both of you. That was you came in hot, both of you. So thank you so thank you so much for the realness.
But also there's a lot of, I don't want to be too negative. There's a lot of good out there too. So take advantage of that and smile at the people and go support everybody. There's a lot of great stuff happening right now.
Yeah. Jess, real quick, what would you do if you're a person in position? What are some of those changes that you'll make if you're that person in that position to make a change?
You have to check. Well, first of all, like I said, starting with, there's a personal one. A universal basic income has to happen. It works. It's worked in a lot of places. It helps small businesses because small businesses don't have to compete on the level of large businesses, because I can't afford to give all of my employees health care. There are businesses out there who can, that don't. Tax them, pay for a UBI, and I'm not going to call it any label, but everyone should have health care in this country. However you want to do it, it needs to happen. So I would provide health care and a UBI. Those are the first things you do. Beyond that, let's work out things. Let people be creative. Let people go out and do stuff. But if you can take care of the basics, you don't know. Third, housing. You gotta have a place to live. You gotta have like good food, clean water. Give people a universal basic income and take care of their health issues.
Yeah.
And then how great would everything be if everybody could compete with those base things met, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be better?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you can, like I said, we could go on and on for days about that, but those things, provide the needs.
Yeah.
Nah,
I get fired up. I love politics.
And you guys are dropping some knowledge over here. So we're about to get up out of here. Please plug all of your social media, your website, where people can find you. Anything that you guys want to plug, this is the time to do it.
DMCicecream.com is like the hub. Then there's all the different Instagram places that you can take from there. DMCK Street, DMC Ice Cream.
Follow us on TikTok.
TikTok now. Gerine runs the TikTok. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Make sure to support National Proper because it's delicious.
So good.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us on, Cecil. This is appreciated. Man.
Hey, thank you so much. And again, my neighbors on the K, we're still down here. We opened up during the pandemic, and it doesn't seem like you guys are going nowhere. We're not going anywhere. So, and I know we have a collab that we're thinking about doing other than the macaroni and cheese. There's some big things coming up with Nash and Proper and DMC Ice Cream. So, Again, thank you to Gerine Williams and Jess Milbourn. This is Coming In Hot. You can find me at Coming In Hot at gmail.com, or you could plug the socials, which is Coming In Hot for here at Nash and Proper to find where we're going to be with the food trucks and for you to get that delicious hot sandwich from Nash and Proper. You can holler at me at Chef Cease. This is Coming In Hot. Thank you, guys. See you next week. Love you.
Bye.